Live from WFSB, Connecticut's first choice for news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 5.
First tonight on Eyewitness News at 5, wintry weather hits Connecticut. Parts of the state saw the first snowfall of the season today. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Denise.
And I'm Terzi. It was a pretty sight, actually. Most of central and northern Connecticut woke up to the snowfall, and we have some video of the scene from the morning commute where the roads were very slushy and cars were taking it easy very smartly. The drivers were driving today. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bruce DePrest to get the very latest on the winter weather situation. Bruce?
Well, Al, we thought there would be a wintry mix changing to rain. It turned out to be that there was quite a bit of snow before that changed to rain. Let's check out some of the snowfall totals that we had in Connecticut. East Granby, looks like you hit the jackpot with 2 inches. Winsted, South Windsor, Norfolk, Towland, all around, 1.3 inches. In Hartford, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch of snow. And this is what it looked like in Winsted this morning, where they had about 1.5 inches of snow coating up the roads as well. And these scenes in the other part of the state, right in the northeastern part of Connecticut, Woodstock, showing snowy roads as well. Channel 3's early warning pinpoint Doppler looks like it's dry. However, there is some mist out there, there is some drizzle, and there's some fog too. Now that fog could pose a problem. Coming up, I'll let you know what to expect for the busy travel day tomorrow and news about a big warm-up. Back to you.
All right, Bruce, thanks. The slushy, slippery mess, Denise?
Yes, they kept police busy on the roads all across the state. And we'll have more on that coming up tonight on Eyewitness News at 5:30. Now, Eyewitness News crews were in Old Lyme today as police searched for clues to find out exactly what happened inside a house where a toddler died. The boyfriend of the boy's mother has been arrested. Craig Sadowski was arraigned today in New London Superior Court. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Susan Raff has been following the story. She's live with the mobile newsroom in Essex, where the child was first treated. Susan?
Denise, the child was first brought here to the Shoreline Clinic in Essex, and doctors treated the child here. However, his injuries were so severe, he had to be airlifted to Yale New Haven Hospital, and that's where the child died. Now, state police are telling us tonight that the child's injuries just do not match up with the stories that were told to doctors when the child first got here. Craig Sadowski has been taken into custody for the death of a 3-year-old little boy. While Sadowski was being arraigned in court, state police were searching this house in Old Lyme, where Sadowski has been living. Police were also taking measurements at a wall near the water. Police are trying to find out if the little boy was hurt near the home. The house belongs to Sadowski's parents. However, Sadowski has been staying here with his girlfriend Sarah Slider and her 3-year-old boy Andrew. Did you ever see a little boy running around outside the house?
Yeah, and I see him a lot, actually.
Yesterday morning, Sadowski and the boy's mother brought the child to the Shoreline Clinic in Essex. He was then airlifted to Yale. Soon after, doctors alerted state police about a suspicious death of a child. Sadowski is 35 years old and is recently divorced. Eyewitness News found this photograph of Sadowski on the internet, taken this past September at an amusement park. Sadowski is seen with a little boy on a ride. At this point, police say they do not intend to arrest the boy's mother.
Presently, there are no other suspects in this case. The accused is in custody, and additional charges are anticipated.
Sadowski is being held on a very high bond of $2.5 million. He does not have any criminal record, and in fact, he has quite an impressive resume. We'll have that coming up on Eyewitness News at 6. For now, we're live at the mobile newsroom in Essex. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
A man accused of stalking a young girl after school and then trying to break into her house was scheduled to appear in Danielson Superior Court today, but he did not appear. What happened? Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Kevin Hogan now joins us live at the mobile newsroom. Kev?
Well, Al, the suspect, Andrew Hassan, whose picture you see right here, was supposed to be in court, but he was not. According to the prosecutor, he was hospitalized. The victim's family was anxious and wanted to see him face-to-face in court. Danielson Superior Court was packed today. Scheduled for arraignment was this man, 21-year-old Andrew Hassan of Putnam. Hassan was arrested last week outside the home of a 13-year-old girl. When she called 911, she told the dispatcher a man followed her home from her school.
Surprisingly, the sergeant that responded to that scene was actually the officer that took the 911 call.
The officer took Hessen into custody within minutes. He's charged with burglary in the second degree and criminal attempt at larceny. Even though he is hospitalized tonight, Hessen is out on $1,500 bond. Police say the young girl who called for help did the right thing.
This young girl knew exactly what to do. She was able to get herself to a secure area. She was able to know enough to call 911, give us the right information, and wait for help.
Now Andrew Hessen is scheduled back in Danielson Superior Court next Tuesday. Live at the mobile newsroom, Kevin Hogan, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
A high school football coach in court for an internet arrest. He's accused of arranging to meet who he thought was a 14-year-old girl for sex, but the teenager was really an undercover agent. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Leon Collins is here with what happened at today's hearing. Leon?
Well, Denise, the suspect's parents got their wish today, and the federal judge set a $200,000 bond and agreed to release the coach to the custody of his mother and father until trial. While the federal public defender argued that 28-year-old Jonathan DeRozier of Scotland Road in Norwich should be conditionally released for the Thanksgiving holiday, federal prosecutors revealed more details about the sting that trapped the alleged would-be sexual predator. We told you yesterday how the part-time freshman football coach from Norwich Free Academy thought he was talking online to an inexperienced 14-year-old girl from Naugatuck, but instead was talking to a middle-aged federal agent at headquarters in New Haven. Federal investigators say they arrested DeRozier on Route 1 in Milford this past Friday, where he had planned to meet the online teenage persona for illegal sex. Today, the federal prosecutor revealed that DeRozier had allegedly also planned to meet another 14-year-old girl from Naugatuck this past Saturday, the day after he was arrested, but that would-be victim was also a law enforcement officer from the Naugatuck Police Department on a separate sting investigation. Jonathan DeRozier's next court appearance is December 10th in New Haven for a probable cause hearing. Leon Collins, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
More trouble in Toyland. A consumer group has now released its annual toy safety report. And Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Eric Parker tells parents what they need to keep an eye out for.
There's the zipper that's 65% lead. A truck with a tire that could easily pop off and pose a choking hazard. And high-powered magnets that, if swallowed, could prove fatal when they attract each other internally.
Through the walls of the bowel, you can see those magnets get stuck to each other. And when that happens, that starts to break down the bowel wall.
Today, politicians and toy safety experts gathered to remind parents of toy dangers and to provide things to look for when purchasing toys. But they also called for better federal toy testing and tougher laws.
The best holiday gift Congress could give America's littlest consumers, our children, would be to pass a law that better protects them from unsafe toys.
It sounds like a lot of doom and gloom, but are there any safe toys you can buy? The experts say yes, if you check toys closely. For instance, look for small parts that could break or fall off. And to see how small is too small, use a cardboard tube.
If a toy fits in this tube, it is too small for children under 3.
To learn more about how to pick a safe toy, just go to our website at WFSB.com and click on Troubled Toys. In Hartford, Eric Parker, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
New information tonight on an attack on a man and his girlfriend. 26-year-old Eric Tabert has died, and this man we just saw there is the suspect, 31-year-old Nicholas Clark. Police say he beat 29-year-old Krista Clark, who I believe is his wife, and Tabert, who is her boyfriend, with a pipe that had been studded with screws. This happened Saturday. The Waterbury State's attorney says since Tabert has now died, Clark will face murder charges.
The death of a Yale graduate student has postponed the play he was working on. 26-year-old Pierre Salim was killed while unloading theatrical sets on Sunday. Now the Yale Repertory Theater has delayed the opening of its French comedy Tartuffe until December 3rd. Police are calling his death an accident.
The hunt is on for two men who held up the East Hartford Federal Credit Union on Pitkin Street today. Police say the men were dressed in black, one of them wearing a Halloween mask, the other a ski mask. After getting their money, they took off in a maroon Cadillac. Police later found the car, but the suspects remain on the loose. Route 80 in New Haven, Fox and Boulevard has reopened now. Crews today finished their repairs and patched up the road. A contractor for the Department of Transportation accidentally struck the line yesterday, and the road as a result was shut down in both directions with water everywhere. This happened near the intersection with Route 17. That's a busy shopping area on Route 80. Work continued through the night, though, to get the road reopened.
Still ahead, all new on Eyewitness News at 5.
I'm Teresa, LaBarbera in Torrington, where the first snowy precipitation left behind quite a messy morning commute. We'll take you to the northwest corner of the state up next.
And an aspirin a day to help keep your heart healthy? Well, not if you're a woman. Why doctors are telling women not to do that.
Then all new at 5:30, it's official. The first cases of the flu have shown up in Connecticut. More on how to keep your family healthy.
You're watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 5. Eyewitness News is everywhere, covering news in Connecticut. Digging deeper to find the truth. Call the Channel 3 I-Team at 860-244-1780. Eyewitness News is everywhere.
Next, E.T. Marie Osmond, will she ever find love again?
I know I'm closed.
And holiday bloopers. Next, E.T. Tonight at 7:30 on Channel 3. Your home for Eyewitness News.
A wintry wake-up call for people here in Connecticut. This is what many people woke up to this morning. Really kind of pretty as long as you didn't have to drive in it. It was the first wintry weather we've seen since last year. Snowplows were even out in some towns, and as Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Teresa LaBarbera tells us, drivers had to be extra careful during the morning commute.
It's the first snowy precipitation of the season. Right now, just a rainy day remains, but the flakes were falling this morning, leaving behind this slushy mess all over the roadways, making for a very difficult morning commute. Wet, heavy snowflakes fell from the sky in Canaan this morning. What do you think about the weather this morning?
Well, it's a change, that's for sure.
It was the first time this season a wintry mix of sleet, snow, and rain made the morning commute a slick one. Snowplows cleared Route 44 and dropped sand, but commuters still had to drive with caution.
I came very slow because I didn't know how the roads were going to be.
The roads were slippery, and that had police across the state responding to accident calls like this one on Route 8 in Winstead. The car was facing northbound on the southbound side. This morning's dusting of snow did not stop the train from traveling or Guy Niccolo from working outdoors. How are you dressed today?
In layers, not a lot. Long johns under, 2 sweatshirts.
In Torrington, Teresa LaBarbera, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And while the messy roads slowed drivers here in Connecticut, snow was not the only problem facing travelers today, huh, Al?
That's right, Denise. Heavy fog in the western part of the country really wreaked havoc with the nation's airports. Poor visibility forced the shutdown of 2 runways at LAX and Los Angeles and caused numerous delays in Atlanta and Chicago as well. It made for a slow start to the holiday travel season.
They had a lovely stay at the waiting room for 4 hours, 5 hours, and they kept delaying our plane.
Wonderful. But there is some relief in sight for another cause of flight congestion. Starting tomorrow, military airspace is going to be opened up for commercial flights here in the Northeast. They tell us 75% of all the delays are the result of backups in the New York area, so it's believed any improvements there will make things a lot better in other parts of the country.
Now, Rachel Lutzker in the Pinpoint Traffic Center.
Unfortunately, we're dealing with plenty of problems right now for the ride home, and that includes a crash along Route 2 eastbound as you head out by exit 5. Also on the westbound side of 84 by exit 58. State police mopping up a crash there. You see a whole lot of red moving through downtown Hartford. This is showing you the heavy stop-and-go congestion taking you from Windsor straight down to Wethersfield along I-91. Also northbound side of Route 9 right by exit 29. We have state police clearing up a 2-car crash there, and we'll start in West Haven, taking northbound side, and you can see all of the stop-and-go traffic. As you head northbound side of I-95, this is going to take us up to a collision that's out by exit 43. State police are on scene with this crash, and you see the red just continue straight past it, right up to the Q Bridge. Now, southbound side of I-91, a collision by exit 18. That's still clearing up. One further south by exit 4 is also clearing. Again, lots of congestion down through that New Haven stretch. And then southbound side of Route 15, as we head over to the Parkway, there is a crash by exit 57. There's also a north northbound problem, this one closer to 67. Before you get behind the wheel, get online. Go to WFSB.com, click on traffic, and sign up for free pinpoint email alerts to your computer and cell phone.
Now, Channel 3 Early Warning Weather, powered by Early Warning Pinpoint Doppler, tracking weather in your town and everywhere in Connecticut.
Well, it certainly was a wintry start to the day with snow falling across much of interior Connecticut, and these scenes this earlier today from Waterbury, where the snow stuck for a while, and in portions of northern Connecticut as much as 1 to 2 inches of snow. Now the problem that we're going to be facing tonight in parts of the state, it's not snow, it's going to be fog. Let's check out Channel 3's Early Warning Pinpoint Doppler, and it looks like we're on the dry side now, but we are getting some mist out there, some drizzle, a little bit of light rain here and there, in addition to the fog at Bradley International Airport, about a half-mile visibility. And to get to the Waterbury Oxford Airport, the visibility is a half-mile as well. Let's check out our live city cam in New Haven. You can see a light fog there as we look at the New Haven green, and looking foggy in downtown Hartford as well. So there will be areas of dense fog tonight, as we still have some snow cover and some milder air trying to work its way in. Those are ingredients for low clouds and fog. So expect fog and mist tonight, turning milder though as we head toward Thanksgiving, and then Thanksgiving showers, but after the Manchester road race. So that's good news there. All right, checking out Sleepy's Pinpoint Weather Net, a big variety of temperatures. 34 at Enfield now, 36 in Hartford, 38 in Meriden. But look at New Haven, 48 degrees with the wind off the water. It's 48 in Old Saybrook and 47 in Groton. There may be a few slick spots here and there across portions of northern Connecticut, but I think many temperatures will be holding above freezing. Portland 35, Boston 38, but look at Pittsburgh 59. They were in the low 60s at one point today, and that's the mild air that's going to be slowly heading our way. In fact, the warm front is right across western New York and Pennsylvania. We're still sort of locked in the cold air, except for along the immediate shoreline. And you can see today's morning snow, sleet, and rain move through quickly. Just a few showers off to our west, so we're not looking at much precipitation tonight, other than some drizzle. Here's Channel 3's Early Warning Futurecast, where we show you tomorrow's weather today. Cloudy at 7 o'clock this evening. It's going to be cloudy at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning with areas of fog. And then during the day, mostly cloudy, mainly dry. We can't rule out a shower, especially later in the day. But most of Wednesday is going to be dry for travel. Now, Thanksgiving Day at 7 o'clock in the morning, it starts out mostly cloudy. And then we have showers come in during the afternoon and evening. So again, it looks like the morning hours will be dry, the afternoon hours getting wet. Foggy tonight, temperatures in the 30s across northern Connecticut, 40s along the shoreline, and your highs for tomorrow range from 49 in Enfield, 49 in Torrington, to the low and possibly mid-50s in New Haven and New London, where I'm forecasting 52 degrees. Here's your 7-day forecast. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, mostly cloudy, afternoon and evening showers, a high of 58. And then Friday, the temperatures come down. Partly sunny, windy, 37, down to 18 by Saturday morning. Saturday, partly sunny, 38, and Sunday, just slightly milder, 43 off a morning low of 22, and it looks like a cold rain heading our way for Monday. Here's your shoreline 7-day forecast, 52 tomorrow, and a breezy, mild 57 on Thanksgiving Day. Log on to WFSB.com. You can check out all the graphics you see on air. You can see online as well. While you're there, look at our digital channel, Eyewitness News Now, which can also be seen on these cable stations and these cable channels.
All right, Bruce, still to come, all new on Eyewitness News at 5. New developments in the case of a missing mother from Illinois. Her husband, a suspect in the case, is talking what he had to say during a photo shoot with People magazine.
And all new at 5:30, a holiday tradition. Oprah reveals her favorite things. You saw it this afternoon. Well, we'll tell you where you can find those things right here in Connecticut.
Exclusive new hotel demolition video. The incredible moment as the building comes down. Next in Set Edition.
Tonight at 7 on Channel 3, your home for Eyewitness News.
The husband of missing Illinois woman Stacy Peterson is now under a cloud of suspicion in the death of his former wife. A police officer on the coroner's jury that looked into the death of Drew Peterson's third wife, Kathleen Savio, says Peterson tried to influence him in that case. But the former police sergeant is denying the claim. Peterson was the subject of a People magazine photo shoot yesterday, even though he says he doesn't like all the media attention.
No, I can't stand it, but it's just like I've been a jokester all my life, and I want to mess with you guys, but I'm being really held back not to.
Kathleen Savia was found dead in an empty bathtub in her home back in 2004. Peterson's current wife, Stacy, has been missing since last month.
A fourth suspect in the murder of a British college student in Italy was arrested today in Germany. He is 20-year-old Rudy Hermann Guede. A bloody fingerprint on a bedsheet led investigators to him. He was found on a train. The victim, 21-year-old Meredith Kircher, was found stabbed to death earlier this month in her apartment in Perugia, that's in central Italy. Among the other suspects is her female American roommate. Eyewitness News is everywhere across America. Near Detroit, a house blew up this morning, flattened, and caught fire, sending the couple who lived there to the hospital. They're listed in stable condition tonight. The woman was rescued by neighbors who found her in the debris. Reports suggest the blast was triggered by a natural gas leak. It was so powerful, some of the wreckage was actually embedded in neighboring homes. In Florida, the Highway Patrol made a gruesome discovery in a town near Sarasota. Officers responding to a deadly crash involving a car and a dump truck found this abandoned car nearby. And nearby, the badly decomposed body of a woman. Investigators say it appears that the second car had also been involved in a crash some time ago.
Still ahead,
from WFSB. Connecticut.
More than 14,000 turkeys is the goal, and with the hours ticking down, will Food Share meet it? We'll tell you coming up.
Then all
the flu season has officially arrived in Connecticut.
Researchers have discovered a way to produce embryonic stem cells without the embryo. Scientists now found a way to create the cells from human skin. President Bush, who vetoed federal funding for embryonic stem cell research, is praising this new discovery. Embryonic stem cells hold the promise of treating everything from diabetes to Parkinson's disease. The benefits of taking aspirin on a regular basis to prevent heart attacks have been widely known, but doctors are now advising many women not to do it. It turns out women are much less responsive and possibly even resistant to the effectiveness of aspirin. Women with a low or average risk of having a heart attack should probably, doctors say, not be taking it.
You should be talking to your doctor about this before you do anything. It was down to the wire today. The nonprofit group Food Share still needed nearly 1,000 turkeys this morning to meet its goal. But in the final push, once again, you came through. They pulled it off. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Jessica Schneider has the good news.
It was down to the wire for Food Share.
Want me just to grab your stuff?
With just hours left before the final distribution to local charities, the turkey in a 20 drive was still nearly 1,000 birds short.
Have a great holiday. Thank you very much.
Michelle Souza got here at 7:30 this morning to become a first-time Food Share volunteer. She took the week off from work and wanted to help.
There are more than 14,000 families that sign up in advance for these turkeys, and we're going to fill every single family's need for a turkey.
Here.
And each turkey they bring in, they fill into this bin. Each bin holds 70 turkeys. There are a lot of bins to be filled.
In spite of the snow, people coming with hundreds of turkeys in their truck.
Tony Frooster and Dave Strong have been collecting food from local 743 at Hamilton Sunstrand for months. Today, they made their donation in an effort to help.
We did a little bit. Every little bit helps. Good feeling to be able to help out.
For Michelle, it's all about the needy families who will be enjoying these turkeys on Thanksgiving. Will you be thinking about this on Thanksgiving Day?
Yes, I will.
In Bloomfield at Food Share, Jessica Schneider, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.